Hello, we're live. Hello, friends. Today we're going to be talking about what is CBD. We hit on it a little bit last week in our panel. And so I just wanted to got the definition. I even have a page that tells you, and this was updated in June 2023, that tells you what it is in each state. And this is just CBD we're talking about. I am going to explain the differences between CBD and THC in one of the articles. And we're just going to talk about, is it safe? What does it do? I also have the link in my right here in the comments, the link to Lazarus Naturals. Is it accessibility program? Don't know what words I'm trying to use, but that's the name of the program that I use to get a big discount on my CBD, and I love it. So that's my opinion, but we're going to talk about some facts here as well. So how is everybody doing today? I'm having some tea for my throat. Just my sinuses are, it's that time of the year in Michigan. It's winter. So we're going to start with is CBD safe and effective? And from the Mayo Clinic. Oh, we need to go to, sorry, we need to go to present. All right, share screen. CBD safe and effective. Yeah, that's the one we're going to look at the Mayo Clinic first. Okay, make sure I'm sharing you. Okay, and this is the one I like to show. All right, so it's the Mayo Clinic website. Okay, and the article is, what are the benefits of CBD and is it safe to use? And the Mayo Clinic is one of the websites that I do trust the information I'm getting. But if you have any questions while I'm reading this, put them in the comments and I will get back to you. And also, if you are interested in CBD, I put the link in the comments to the Lazarus Naturals to the assistance program, but you can also get just to their website from there. That is a CBD brand that I trust. I've been using it for years. I would say probably before I was using CBD while I worked as well. So say 2018, around in there. I've been using it since then. Okay. Let me go back here real quick. Yep, it's just me. Let me make sure my live is on. Go back here real quick. Yep, it's just me. Let me make sure my live is on. YouTube. What's going on? Quick. Yep, it's just me. Let me make sure my live is on. YouTube. What's going on? I got to turn the volume down. Okay. Here we are. We're in the live chat. That shows two people. Okay, that's great. Oh, hey, Melissa. How are you? Hey, Frugal Mama. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. We're going to talk about CBD. We're going to get some good information. Okay, good. Good. I had my volume up on my phone. Let me show you guys. On my phone, I had my volume up so I could hear myself here and here. I'm doing fine sitting with my heating pad. Oh goodness. And then Frugal Mama says, doing well, just working. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing really good this week for this time of year. So I'm taking all my medicines. I'm just feeling, I don't know, I'm feeling positive, and I have the Christmas spirit too. We have our tree up, and we have some decorations in the house. We didn't do outside because I said to my husband, we got the tree up, that is a major thing for us. When I was working, we get the tree up like on the 24th of November. But the tree is up and decorated, and we've got the cats leaving it alone mostly. I got my squirt bottle, and they're pretty good about leaving it alone. It hasn't fallen over, and as far as I can tell, they're not chewing on it. They messed with it more when there was no decorations on it. So, cats, who knows? You know what I mean? And I hope you're doing okay, Melissa, with your heating pad. I don't know if that's anything major that you got going on there. But we did talk about chronic pain last week. And I have used a heating pad before, usually for my back or my shoulders. I do enjoy some nice warm heat on my shoulders because I never find myself not like this. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though I don't look like this, I'm always having tension here. So even though I don't look like this, I feel like this. Arthritis in my lower back. All right, Melissa, I have that in my hands as well as in my knees. And are you in Michigan? Is it cold where you're at right now? I'm in Michigan, but this week and they think Christmas, it's going to be 40 and 50 degrees, no snow, no precipitation. So I'm actually feeling pretty good. My hands are still swollen. Oops. But yesterday, I gotta tell you, man, they were so swollen. Let's see if I can show you. So there's a knuckle right here that you can see there's some. I'm sorry, I don't mean to flip you guys off. I'm in California. It's rainy and cold. Yeah. That rain really messes me up. So that's my middle finger. But it was swollen to quite considerable yesterday. And I almost went and got the Aspercreme because the CBD was helping, but it wasn't 100%. Yeah, I know. I know in Michigan it's bad, but I think the humidity, we were talking last week. I want to say it might have been Frugal Mama was talking about the barometric pressure. Hi, Hippy Dippy. How are you doing today? Hi, Wilma. We're talking about CBD today, Wilma. We're trying to get some more CBD knowledge. Um, and I was saying that the pressure was so bad, the barometric pressure yesterday, that I almost used, yeah, Voltaren cream has pain patches have become my best friend. Oh, they have patches now too with the cream because I use the cream, but I'm always afraid once I put the cream on, I don't want to pet the cats, so the CBD doesn't bother the cats, but the cream, I don't want to get the cats sick or anything like that. So, yeah. So we're going to be talking about CBD today, everybody. If you're interested, and if you're a veteran or if you're on disability, there's another thing as well. There's the assistance program through Lazarus. There's a link at the very top of the comments if you're interested. I tried the CBD once. Would it help with my seizures? Now that's in one of the articles that CBD was first the first time they even used it, it was for seizures. I don't remember which article I saw that in, but I don't think you should stop your medication. This should be something in addition to your medication. I don't think the CBD will take them away. I think it may help you. I had to go to Costco and get Salon Paws. Now, those I have. They have small and big ones. I like the big ones. And the Kirkland brand Voltaren cream. Okay. Now, I do get the Salon Paws patches, but like for your back. Now, I do use them on my back and my neck, but for my hands, I go right to the cream. Yeah, Melissa, I get similar. And I get the generic Voltaren too. I get the Equate brand. So, but those Salon Paws patches, I've been using those since I was working. That was my next question. Would it interfere with my meds? Now, we're going to talk about the safety and effectiveness of it today. So I don't know the answer to your question. I would definitely check with your doctor, but there aren't a lot of side effects with CBD. You might like those hot wax baths for your hands. Yeah, I have one of those paraffin dips from when I used to do nails like 100 years ago. And I have thought about that. I have thought about plugging that bad boy in and sticking them in there, but I haven't done it yet. So yeah, so if you were here last week, you saw the chronic pain panel. If you have any questions from that video, please feel free to pop them in there. And I am going to start while everybody's saying hi to everybody. I'm going to start on the CBD article. Okay. All righty. So this is the Mayo Clinic. What are the benefits of CBD and is it safe to use? Okay. A prescription cannabidiol, CBD, is considered an effective anti-seizure medication. Now, I want to see what year this article was from. So this could be older. Further research is needed to determine CBD's other benefits and safety. Let's see if we can find a year for this. It just says by so-and-so MD. December 6, 2022, I think it says. Yeah. So December 6, 2022. So this has been a year ago. CBD is a chemical found in marijuana. CBD does not contain tetrahydrocannabidiol, which is the THC. THC is the psychoactive ingredient found in marijuana, or cannabis is another word people use, that produces a high. The usual CBD formulation is oil, but CBD is also sold as an extract, a vaporized liquid, or an oil-based capsule. Food, drinks, and beauty products are among many CBD-infused products available online. Currently, the only CBD product approved by the Food and Drug Administration is a prescription oil called Epidiolex. It's approved to treat 2 types of epilepsy. Aside from Epidiolex, state laws on the use of CBD vary. While CBD is being studied as a treatment for a wide range of conditions, including Parkinson's, schizophrenia, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, and anxiety, research supporting the drug's benefit is still limited. Now, what I'm going to say to that is that it's been a year. And I don't know if you know, but the studies for CBD and THC have taken off with all the legalization and all the, let me move my face up here. With all the legalization and the use, even with medical use and things like that, they have done so much research and they're finding out so much, because before any of this was legalized, none of it was researched. We didn't know about CBD. And I'm so grateful that now we do know, because CBD is my pain management of choice right now. My arthritis is just beginning. My knees are through. My knees are through. My hands and my feet have just started in the last couple years, 2-3 years. And that is progressively getting worse. Like I said, even yesterday, the CBD was not helping. I was going to have to go to the Voltaren. So I know that there will be steps to pain management for arthritis. As long as it doesn't make me mellow, we have been thinking about talking to my doctor about this. It doesn't have any of the psychoactive effects, but it will relax you if you take a lot of it. I would ask your doctor about the prescription one, because that's what it's for. It's for epilepsy, and see what they have to say about it. Because I'm sure they've done, if that's FDA approved, they've done several studies. So I would definitely at least inquire with your doctor, and also find out if, because it's a prescription, you may be able to have it paid for through your insurance. Oh my meds already relax me. Oh yeah. It's not going to relax you like that. It's not like drinking a beer or smoking a joint. It's not like that. It's going to, I guess, is relax the right word? It like calms you. It doesn't make me not be able to function. It helps with my pain. So I guess once my pain is under control, then I am more relaxed. If it says, Melissa says, my friend makes some cannabis capsules for me to help with my pain and relaxing my body for fibromyalgia. It relaxes your body. Now, do those capsules contain THC? That's one thing we're talking about today. CBD and THC are both in cannabis. They do not do the same thing though. CBD is different than THC. It's like they took the cannabis, pretend it's a cell like in chemistry, and they took the CBD out and the THC out and they studied it separately. Oh, your mean doctor might not give it to you at all. If you want, we can check to see if it's legal in your state. So you may be able to just purchase it on Lazarus Natural. Like if you're always tense, stiff, or hyper focused on your pain, your CBD is supposed to calm all that down. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. The capsules have both. Okay. I don't use the THC because that will make me sleepy. If I'm using it, if I need to use it because the CBD isn't enough, I will use it before bed. So I can't use the THC and walk around and do anything, but I can use the CBD and I use it topically. Well, I use it all different kinds, but in the daytime I use it topically. So again, with the epilepsy, you need to find out if you can get it as a prescription and if your doctor will even let you get it and stuff, Wilma. But if it's medically available in your state, if it's medically legal, I can look. Today I'm sick and still took meds and feel that mellow. Okay. That mellow helps a lot because pain makes you what? Tense up, right? You're agitated. Once the pain recedes a little bit, you begin to have some relief, right? Oh, it is available there. Okay, Wilma. Well, get your doctor's approval first, and then if he says he won't give you the prescription, try it over the counter or try the over the counter CBD products. And I'm not sure, Wilma, if you're on disability, but if you use that link in the top and you read that, you might be eligible for the discount that I receive because I am on disability. So, and I think you can get a note from your doctor if you don't have the disability papers. Yeah. Do you have like that cold? Everybody's getting some type of a bug going around, and I'm worried about I'm gonna have to wear a mask at Christmas. I don't have a problem with that, but everybody's gonna be like, "Why are you wearing a mask? Why are you wearing a mask?" And I'm gonna tell them it's so I don't get you sick. That's what I'm gonna tell them, so they'll leave me alone. A few of my family members are very paranoid about that, which I get, but I'm high risk. I should be more paranoid than them, right? Eh. I joined a cannabis club prior to COVID. I've had to do a lot of experimentation and have found balms that are helpful. Edibles, tincture, capsules that were the only thing that would relieve certain pains. Yes, there are different types. We're going to talk about those. If we don't get to it today, we'll get to it next time. But there are different types. And another thing about CBD is if you use, say, you ingest, take a capsule and then you put it on your hands, it's supposed to help more. So yeah. So and cannabis is this the like I said, the molecule and THC is part of it and CBD is part of it. They can be used together or separate. They both have different functions and a lot of people use them together because they work really well together. My doctor probably say no. We are going to checks for another doctor that will take Medicaid. Well, I hope you're successful, woman, because I know how hard that is to get a good doctor. It's just, we've talked about it many, many times. It's one of the hardest things as human beings we will do in our life. And also, another hard thing we will do is figure out Medicare or Medicaid. Yeah. So I think you might be eligible for that discount too, depending on what the prices are around you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Safe and effective. Let's see. And we just talked about that food and drugs. See, the Mayo Clinic is good information, even though this is a year old. CBD use also carries some risk. Though it is often well tolerated, it can cause side effects such as dry mouth, diarrhea, reduced appetite, drowsiness, and fatigue. Now, I don't. CBD can also interact with other medications you're taking, such as blood thinners. Another cause for concern is the unreliability of the purity and dosage of CBD in products. Now, like I said, this is a year ago. Everything I buy has all the information on it. But we'll check on that for me. He is cleaning our pool right now. You have Medicaid too. I found it's taken a lot of experimentation. So if one thing makes you feel tired, that doesn't mean everything will give you that same effect. That is correct. That is correct. So like the balm, I don't get tired from this at all. The balm stick provides targeted relief where you need it. Capsaicin, menthol, and high potency CBD. Fast acting and long lasting. And this has in this container. So I'm going to show you. This is how you read the label. 3,600 milligrams CBD in the entire container. I'm jelly. Oh, Bill would check on. Yes, he's very supportive and very good. So when you see this, this doesn't mean in a single use. This means the entire container contains that much CBD. Okay. Suggested use, ingredient, snap magnified by oh, it says warning, consult your doctor before use. If you have been advised against eating grapefruit, do not use if tamper seal is broken, for external use only. And so February 22, Best Buy 2/21/2025. So it lasts a long time. I'll show you what it looks like. It's just a roll them up stick, like your vapor stick. And then I just put it all over my fingers, which I'm going to do right now. Really easy to use. Really easy to use. And like I said, this one, my middle finger is the one that swells. So if I show somebody, I can't be sticking it up in the air. And I do, this is medicinal smell, which I do like because I like icy hot smell. I don't know why. Yeah, it's never like a lot of people don't like it, but it's never bothered me. So this is the balm. Jojo, hey Joe, no worries. It's chilly here, so good time to do it so he won't burn up and can come here and swim. It's a big heated. Oh, okay. This stuff does have a smell. The menthol and what did I say? Camphor? Capsaicin and menthol, which capsaicin is the stuff that goes in is hot pepper stuff. That's the chart that says hot peppers, but it's supposed to be good for inflammation. So it is sticky. It is sticky. You can rub it in. I like to leave it on for a few minutes and then rub it in. But you can rub it in. But I use this like if I'm sitting by the TV and I'm not doing anything, I'll use this. So okay, so that's one product I wanted to show you. Now that comes in a smaller size. This was lavender, but it's the same thing. It's a balm just like that. Same thing, twists up. And I was like, oh, I really wish, because they didn't make this in the small size before. They make it in the small size now. So I'm very excited. My next order won't be till I get paid, though. I overdid it on Black Friday. Y'all know. That's what, when I pet my cat. Well, no, I pet my cats with this on my hands, and it doesn't stick to the, I don't get fur on it. So it's sticky, but it's not like glue. It feels like, hey Jamie, oh, you got to visit your mom today? Same here, Wilma. I don't get hair on me when I pet the pets. I don't. So it absorbs pretty quickly. It's more, maybe it's more waxy than sticky. But I pet my cats all the time and I don't get hair stuck to it. It's not like a lip gloss or anything like that. It's not like that. No. It's like, you know, those Vapo sticks you get? It's that texture. And the only thing is in the summer when it's real sticky, I don't like to use this because it's sticky. But in the wintertime, I have no problem. I put it on my shoulders before I go to bed to relax them. Put it on my fingers during the day, my knees when I need it. And yeah, so you can get it in this size if you get the if you use that link and you get approved. This only costs like $6, $4 to $6, and this is like $16. So Hello, beautiful people. Okay. So let's see, what else does this say? So when they say, I think this is older, it has a lot of risks. This dry mouth, diarrhea, reduced appetite, drowsiness, and fatigue. See, I told you it doesn't give me the munchies, but it doesn't reduce my appetite. Um, CBD can interact with medications you're taking, such as blood thinners. I don't take blood thinners, and I don't have a problem with grapefruit, like it said on the package. And also, you can get, if you go to the website, they have all this information of how much. Are you still using the Vicks inhaler? Yes, I am. And I did get some Vapo sticks. The dollar store, you guys, has Vicks. It's not Vicks brand, but they have the Vapo sticks for $1.25. Those little Vapo sticks cost like $5. So I got my husband a couple of them because he uses them when he's sick. And yeah, I have the inhaler in my purse, which I do use, and then he uses the sticks at home. So yeah, it really does help. And right now, since we're sick, it's really helping a lot. I haven't used it for any kind of anxiety issues, but when I can't breathe real good, I'll use it. I'll use it. And I like the smell of eucalyptus and menthol and all that stuff. A lot of people don't like the smell. I have them all over the house. See, Wilma, that scent is much stronger than this scent. So this scent is, yeah, this scent's not that bad. But if you don't like medicinal smells, it comes in other scents like lavender. They have an unscented, which is my favorite, because the unscented, you're not supposed to eat this stuff, but you can use it to moisturize your lips. The unscented. Yeah. I have tea again today because my stomach is still like, I had coffee 2 days ago and it was like, and I was nauseous all day. So no coffee right now, but we have some really strong coffee. I haven't tried to water it down. I'm all about, yes, Melissa. My favorite is unscented. Yeah, you can get unscented. And it has the same amount of this, but it doesn't have the menthol and the capsaicin in it. It's just CBD, 3,600 milligrams in the stick, unscented. You can use it all over your body. It doesn't make you smell like an old person. Thank you, Jamie. I did take a shower today and do my curls. I hope you're doing good, Miss Jamie. I hope you're feeling good. You weren't doing so well last week. So yeah, unscented, this big giant stick unscented. I haven't ordered it yet. I'm going to, because they only had it in the tin. I do have unscented in the tin, but this is just so much easier. The tin is more like the tin will get the hair on you, but this balm, I think it's more waxy than sticky, because if my cat was here right now, they come in here before I go live. They're all over me, making all kinds of noise and mess. As soon as I go live, they run. So this unscented, and like I said, it's not sticky. I think it's more waxy, and that helps to keep the CBD in there too. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better than last week. That's good. That's good. All right, I'm gonna put my lid on my tea. Okay. So yeah, this is one of my favorite products. But the next time I order, I'm going to get unscented so that I have that as well. Because you don't necessarily want to be going out in public and smelling like, you know, menthol, and everybody associates the icy hot smell with old people. So, but the lavender smells just like a lavender bush if you like real lavender. And you can use that. And so if you use that at bedtime, the lavender is also supposed to help you sleep too. So yeah, yeah. So I showed you the balms. Okay, let's go back to the thing. So I'm not sure, even though this is a year old, it seems to be a little out of date. I don't have any side effects from it. I take it every night. I don't have diarrhea. I don't have, what were the other symptoms they kept talking about? Oh, let me change you guys first. We're going to go here. So, and like I said, the purity and the dosages in the CBD products, you can find those. They check every lot. They certify every container, every bottle, every oil. They certify these. And you'll find too, if you buy them at the dispensaries, they have right on there how they've been certified and studied. So let's see, purity and dosage. The recent study of 84 CBD products bought online showed that more than a quarter of a product contained less CBD than labeled. In addition, THC was found in 18 products. If you plan to use products containing CBD, talk to your doctor. Now, is that it? That's it. Okay. One thing I'm going to tell you that I do not buy. Oh, then you do not want that lavender one. You definitely want the unscented. As it smells just like a lavender bush. And yeah, it's probably going to irritate you. So I'm imagining it's real lavender in there. So also, okay. One product or one type of product I'll tell you that I do not purchase with CBD in it. I do not purchase CBD beauty products. I use CBD for pain. It hasn't been proven in beauty products. And when they were saying it has less than it says and things like that, yes, certified is so important. Don't assume the stuff out of the gas station or drugstore is going to be the same as what you get from a dispensary. Absolutely, Melissa. And this Lazarus Naturals, they grow the CBD, they process the CBD, and then they sell it as well. So it's through the mail. I believe that they are in, I want to say that they're in Oregon. You'd have to look on we'll look on the website later. But it's basically a dispensary, but CBD is federally legal. So they are allowed to send it to all the states where it's federally legal, just the CBD, not the THC. It has to have less than 0.3% THC in it, or it is not legal. So most places, then the states have their own rules. So federally, CBD is legal, THC is not. Then when you go to the state level, CBD is legal in some states and THC is legal in some states. And again, some of them are not. I'll show you the chart when we get to. I've gotten a CBD primer. It was a good tacky primer, but it didn't think the CBD did anything. Me as well. No, when you look on those bottles, I don't know, when they first started this stuff, it was when we didn't know a lot about CBD. So they'd say 50 milligrams of CBD, right? And they meant in the 2-ounce container, there was only 50 milligrams in there. Well, that's not effective for anything, really. Yeah, if the primer works good, all right. But the CBD component in makeup and skincare isn't really. Some people just think it's awesome. I personally don't think that it's effective for wrinkles. You know, if anything, if it's doing anything, it's not because of the CBD, it's because of the moisturizers in your products. I wonder if they're in Medord or Cave Junction. That's a few hours for me. I like that they grow it as well. Oh, let's take a look and see. Yeah, they do it from beginning to end. I'm going to show you the website. Let's stop screen. And I'll get you the address, Melissa. We'll share screen. And we're going to go to Lazarus right here. Okay. Share. So this is the assistance program. Our story, contact us. I think I can get the address under contact us. All right. Did I show you? Are you guys seeing this where I'm all on? Okay, you are. Okay. Contact us, Lazarus Naturals. And I get no money from them. I am not promoting them, but I am phone hour support wholesale affiliates media, Lazarus Natural store locator. Buy now, pay later. Support Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 to 5, Thursday. Careers, subscribe. Sign up for emails, website disclaimer, FDA disclosures. Let's see if I can figure out where it's located. It has a store locator, though, and I'm assuming that they have their own store as well. And they have a little thing about how they how they effective, not expensive, nothing to hide, made to work, made for all. They're giving back, serving communities, being transparent, and assistance program from farm to your door. Yeah. Hover over icons for details. Testing, growing, harvesting, formulated, packaging, fulfilled in-house. So partners and certifications, recognitions. Um, they have a phone number on here you could call at the very bottom, right over here, that you could call to talk to someone and find out where you can buy it. But it used to say where they were at. I'm sure they're huge now because they're the only company that I know of, and if you guys know of other companies, let me know, that have this assistance program. Sequoia, Price, Lazarus, and the small but dedicated team, including the farm operations, other people, healthcare, natural medicine, more acceptable to ensure quality product at local farmers markets, and have now become an established leader in the industry. We prioritize profits over. It says the ACLU Foundation of Oregon. It doesn't say anything else. I would try the number, is what I would do. I would try that phone number, Melissa. Yeah, they might be right next to you. Yeah. No worries, Wilma. No worries. As if you live close, if they have a store, you might, hopefully you'll still be able to get the discount and you can use their store. It'd be easier. Plus, you get to talk to them. I mean, this is the first website. They're very knowledgeable. How they want your email and they'll send you stuff. The stuff, they don't send me stuff all the time, but when they do, it's always interesting stuff, So I'm recommending them. I am not affiliated. I don't know the owner. I've been using it for years. I've never had any complications from it. They are progressive. They didn't have the balms they didn't have these when I first started. They had the balms in containers and I would use those. I've used those. I just prefer this delivery method. It's less messy. And like I said, it's more waxy, so it's not as oily. Okay. Let's see, what else does our article have? That was the end of our article. Safe and effective. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I am not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I am a user of the CBD. And I started this way before I started using THC. I only started using THC recently to relax. And that's only at night before bedtime. And I don't do it all the time. I went to the doctor yesterday, talked to a different doctor who wasn't nasty. Oh, and I asked her to change my meds a little, and she did. Oh, Jamie, that's so good. I would always go to that lady if you can. Yeah, if you can, I would always go to that lady because you don't need that other mess, other bad doctors. So maybe you found a good one. Maybe not. You'll have to go a few times to figure it out, but maybe you have found a good one. So I'm very glad for that. I'm very glad for that. Okay, so CBD safe and effective. We said, oh, I went off that. Yeah. I believe it's safe and effective. I don't have any I also have a pen, but that's a different, they don't sell the CBD that you can smoke, the vape. They don't sell that on Lazarus. They do, but they don't sell the kind that I can use. I can't use that stuff that is, it tastes like weed. It's from the cannabis plant, but it's not, there's no THC in it. It burns my throat. So I have to use something flavored. So I have to get that somewhere else. Yeah, Jamie, you could find me a nice doctor. Happy for you. Happy New Year's resolutions is a new doctor. Oh, that's great, Wilma. That's great. A new doctor and a good doctor. I can every once in a while, but I think she's a PA, not an MD. So I think every once in a while I have to see. Oh, that stinks. Yeah. Mm. And you can't make an appointment, like, "Can I see the physician's assistant instead of the doctor?" I'll be like, "What?" Yeah, that's too bad. Oh. And the nurses are usually nicer than the doctors, and the medical receptionists and all the other people are nicer than the doctors sometimes. So, okay. The next article is the difference between CBD and THC. And I think that's very important because a lot of people don't understand the difference and they lump them together and they're not the same. Um, so making cannabis illegal prevents them from first of all, doing research, and prevents them from giving you pain relief or THC does have uses. I only use it to relax and I only use it a little bit. I don't use it all the time. So, but she actually listened and cared and worked with me. It was so nice not to want to cry when I left. That's important, Jamie. That is because that other doctor is just mean. Mean, mean. Okay. The difference between CBD and THC. Like I said, a lot of people get confused by this. So if you have questions, put them in the comments. It may be confusing to you, so I can do my best to explain what I know about it. Now, I called my sister and asked her if she would come in the chat because, like I said, she knows way more than I do about it. And she's been using it as long as I have, though. She knows way more about it. Jamie, I haven't had to see my doctor for a maintenance visit in years. He does do my injections and ablations, but never in a regular office. My nurse is not so sweet. She's the reason I walked out of the last appointment. I think the doctor thought if they were together, they could get me to do the test I knew I didn't need. Oh, that sucks. It's not always true that the nurses are nice. To me, that is being bullied. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is being bullied when two people gang up on you to take a test that you don't want to take. Not to mention, what if you can't afford the test? I understand you're on Medicaid, but what if you can't afford the test? Come on. You can't afford the downtime. You can't afford the trip to the hospital. You know what I mean? It's none of their business. It's none of their business. I have to go to the office every month and they won't call or they won't call in my meds. And that a Pennsylvania thing? Did we discuss that? Is because they do that here as well. If you get a narcotic, you now that would be a good question for my sister. When I have received a narcotic from surgeries and things like that, they only give you enough like 10 days. So I've never received one for pain management. So I don't think she's here because she hasn't said anything. Has been a lifesaver for Jason. He has ulcerative colitis and not allowed to take regular medication for pain. His whole attitude has changed. See, and they're trying to say that it's like cocaine. It's not. It's never been like cocaine. It just was widely used because it wasn't as bad. And so politicians, again, and I don't hate the government. I just think that they need to stay out of our medical stuff. So they should have left it alone, basically. But they got involved and called it Schedule One drug. A Schedule One drug means that it's as bad as heroin and cocaine, and it's not. Um, and like we did say, people can become mentally addicted to weed, but oh, I don't know doctors in Florida. Sorry, Wilma. Yeah. They can become mentally dependent on it, but it doesn't physically um, make you addicted. Where heroin is a physical addiction, and so is cocaine. Physically, your body, when you withdraw, you're shaking, you're puking, that's what's going on with those two. But with THC or cannabis, usually they just turn into a butthole and you don't like them anymore. They don't physically have withdrawal symptoms. Now, mentally, like I said, they can like if they don't have it, they can be just angry and not nice. But I'm addicted to caffeine and they don't care how much Diet Pepsi I drink. See? I'm on the caffeine bandwagon. Oh yeah. I'm having this tea is not coffee, but it's very strong tea. Yeah. On my dad's side didn't believe in taking meds as part of their religion. Oh, see, and again, religious beliefs, that's a totally individual thing. I was raised not really religious. My great grandmother was religious. So we did go to church for holidays, but my parents were not religious. So they were Southern Baptists, so they didn't really have any problem with medicine, but no drugs, no dancing, no. Now we were in Michigan, so it wasn't that restrictive, but it was a Southern Baptist church. So I didn't have to wear dresses. And we only went, like I said, on the holidays. And I loved Vacation Bible School. We went in the summer for, was it a week or 2 weeks? It might have been 2 weeks we got to go to Vacation Bible School. That was my favorite church activity when I was a little one. So, yeah. Okay. So we're going to go to WebMD to differences between CBD and THC. Yeah. Oops. Okay. Studio. I understand until my dad's stroke, he thought you could just walk it off. Once he had the stroke, he changed his mind. And that's, yeah. People have preconceived notions. I think a lot of it is stigma. Like we've talked about stigma before for mental health, for chronic pain, for anything people don't understand. There's a stigma for cannabis use. Yeah, once someone gets hurt or has to take these products, then they start to see the other side. And that's where they develop empathy, where they don't have it before that. So my dad had scarlet fever when was small. They locked him in his room for 2 weeks. Oh, my son won't take medicine for anything, no matter how much pain he's in. And I think it's because he saw my battle with meds, but he will smoke medical marijuana. Isn't that funny? Won't take medicine, but will smoke marijuana. Now, before it was legal, this is the part I never understood. You've heard people say, I don't take any pills. Especially if you're on pain meds, they're like, well, I don't take any pills. I'm like, whatever. But they will do illegal drugs before marijuana was legal. They will do all kinds of illegal drugs. They will use alcohol to excess, but I don't pop pills. You guys know what I mean? I mean, I'm just laughing my butt off. I'm like, well, I have to take medicine for my conditions. So, but yeah, I know a lot of people who'll say, I don't take pills. I don't take pills, but they will smoke some weed in a second. And I don't agree with that. I'm like, if you took the pills, like your mental health meds, you wouldn't need to take the weed every day. So, but you can become addicted mentally, emotionally, just not physically. So I want to make that clear as well. And Joe, if I don't have some kind of caffeine, I just don't get motivated. I take all my medications, my mental health medications, all my other physical ailment medications and stuff. But if I don't have some caffeine in my veins, I just I can't get motivated. I can't, you know, unless I have somewhere I must go. If I don't, I just sit on the couch all day and veg. So, and I don't want to do that because that's not good for you either. Excuse me, everybody. Sorry about that. Let's go back. Okay, here we go. Differences between CBD and THC. We're just going to go down the article like we usually do. Okay, CBD versus THC. You've probably heard a lot about marijuana as more and more states legalize it. It comes from the cannabis plant, which makes a thick substance full of compounds called cannabinoids. Oh, cannabinoids. That's how you actually say it. cannabinoids. The cannabis plant produces more than 100 cannabinoids, including the two main ones, CBD and THC, which cause drug like reactions in your body. Okay. THC is delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol. Cannabinol. Tetrahydrocannabinol, the main psychoactive ingredient in the cannabis plant. It's what makes you feel high when you smoke marijuana or eat an edible. Marijuana and other THC products are considered Schedule 1 controlled substance by the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency. This means the DEA considers them to have a high likelihood of being abused and no current medical use, despite marijuana being legal in some cities and states, including for medical purposes. So federally, it's considered a Class 1 drug. THC comes in three common forms: herbs or flowers, hashish, and hash oil. The herbal variety is the most popular. It's made from dried cannabis leaves and flowers or buds, which you smoke or add to food and drink. Hash is sold in a paste-like substance that may be compressing or purifying the resin from the buds. Hash oil, the most potent form, is made from the resin in hash, is extracted and is pure its form. So I don't know anything about hash oil. I never messed with any of that when I was younger. So CBD is short for cannabidiol. It's also made from cannabis, from the cannabis plant. CBD is related to THC, but it is not psychoactive. So it does not make you high like THC does. CBD is easier to find in the US than THC, but each state has different laws and restrictions on selling CBD. CBD comes in many forms, including oils, extracts, patches, vapes, topical lotions, and is said to have various health benefits. It's also the active ingredient in Epidiolex. That's the first medication made from marijuana ingredient approved by the FDA to treat epilepsy. Let's see. Okay. Let me go back here. So they come from the same plant, but they are not the same. No worries, Melissa. All right. Joe said, I tried to quit caffeine cold turkey. I had some shakes and when I quit smoking, but the government wants to say my meds are addictive. Right? You'll get headaches. If you quit caffeine, you'll get headaches. You'll get grumpy. So yeah. Okay. So I don't, did that make sense? There is a difference. It comes from the cannabis plant, but it has different, like I said, imagine it's a cell, and then part of the, you know how they have the nucleus and all that. Remember from school? Okay. So pretend the cannabis is the nucleus, and then you have CBD is part of it, THC is part of it, and now with all the research, they have CBN and CBG, and they said in the article there's 100 different cannabidiols, different types. Is it cannabidiol? There's 100 different cannabinoids. There's 100 different cannabinoids in one, in what did I call it? Cannabis. So let's see. I never knew, but I think my doctor's office does medical marijuana because I heard the lady at the desk on the phone with a patient about a card and dispensary. Oh, that's something I would look into, Jamie, especially since they're crushing they're not giving you any of the opioids. Joe, I just stopped drinking soda in 6th grade. I hardly ever have caffeine or caffeine products, but when I do drink a small coffee for an energy boost, I get all jittery. Yeah. Yeah, I get jittery, but I'm like, woo, let's go. Right now, I'm not drinking a lot of coffee, But I went to this strong tea, and that's doing okay in my stomach, and that gives me the caffeine I need. I still need the caffeine. I hate to leave. I have to go pick up my closet clothes. We're doing our bedroom. It's going to take a month to get packed. I have so much love to all and Merry Christmas. Have a great Christmas, Wilma. I was going to tell everybody for the next 2 weeks I won't be on here because it's the week before Christmas and the week of Christmas. So I'm going to come back January. Let me look at the calendar. So I'm going to come back January. I think what did we say? What's this is Sunday, Monday. So I'm coming back in January. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, January 3rd. I'm coming back. So the next 2 weeks I'll post something, but I won't be here because of the holiday. And I know you guys are going to be busy too. I'm going to be busy. So we'll come back with the CBD talk as well during the new year. So have a great Christmas. Bye, Wilma. Okay, let me go back up here and see what did I miss. Okay, sorry. I'm very passionate about people not thinking painkillers as only addictive and start thinking how they help so many people without them. I cannot physically walk most days. I agree, Joe, because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that if you're in so much pain, the whole reason is because this pharmaceutical company and doctors and pharmaceutical reps, they were just pushing and pushing and pushing. And if it wasn't, it really is that company, that Purdue Pharma, it really was them that really pushed it and said, no, it's not addictive. It's not addictive. The problem wasn't that it existed, it's that it existed and they told people, you're not going to get addicted to this. And they lied. They lied. And so many people got addictive, they couldn't get prescriptions. And then that's when the opiate crisis, the marijuana, or not marijuana, I'm sorry, the opiate crisis, the heroin, because the opiate crisis isn't just Oxycontin, oxycodone, hydrocodone. It's heroin, it's fentanyl. And I think there's another one that's new that's supposed to be even more because fentanyl is just chemical heroin. It's not made from poppies, it's made from something else, and it's much stronger. So I agree 100%, Joe, 100%, because the people that need it, they won't give it to. I don't. And it's not our fault that we're in pain. It's not our fault that we need these medications, because even in the beginning they were saying they're not addictive, but they were saying if they're still in pain, increase the amount. But they didn't tell people you're going to get addicted to it, where they do it now. And everybody's under a looking glass. I agree. Totally agree, Joe. Jamie, I live in Cali, so there's no medical cards. But in Oregon, I live really close to the border. They have medical. If you have medical, you can purchase stronger stuff and more of it at once. Okay. I see. Yeah, me either. A lot of Christmas parties here. Yeah, yeah. And I know everybody's going to be busy, and I'm going to be busy. So they changed my meds from 30 morphine and 15 morphine to 30 morphine and 10 Percocet, praying it works better. Yeah. Same with CBD and or THC. We need to stop looking at cons first and look at the benefits, all the medical benefits. We shouldn't punish good people because a few bad eggs abuse drugs. Yes. Yes. And it's the stigma attached to it. It annoys me how people can have an opinion of something who've never been through it. People have an opinion that you should only take this much pain medicine, but those people are probably not in any pain. You need someone in pain on that panel. You need someone who requires these medications for pain, and you need to talk to these people, and not only talk to them, you need to listen to them. And the same with marijuana. I like to say cannabis, but I'm really scared about marijuana because I am a paranoid smoker. I've heard people say that. I don't get paranoid. Jamie, make sure you use it in a comfortable space that you can chill and relax. Right, like at home. Have someone you trust if you feel more comfortable with someone who can help you chill, but I suggest to try a little. I agree, Melissa. And um Ozzy would probably be a good candidate for that. At a time and wait an hour or two. Yeah, you just want to try a little bit, see how it affects you. Try a little bit, see how it affects you. And I use the vape pens. I do not use the flower, which people roll. You roll a joint with the flower and smoke it. That I can't do that. It's too harsh for me because I'm not a smoker. So I use the vape pens that have flavor in them, because if you just get the vape pens with THC, it still burns. Not as bad as the joint, but it still burns. And so I use the vape pens that have flavor added, so they're a little weaker, and I enjoy that. But I have to be careful because it still makes me cough a lot. So yeah. Just because you don't feel something at first doesn't mean it's not going to work. I find if I eat, it enhances the effects. And it takes, give it a good, like you said, what'd you say? Wait an hour or two. If you're smoking it, I would say 20 minutes. If you're ingesting it like a gummy, I would say an hour. Yeah, hour or two. Melissa, my other fear is if I try it and it doesn't work for me, that they won't change me, back. Oh, you can I would try it before you get the prescription for it. I have a good medical team now, but the best doctor I ever had also had 3 back surgeries. They treated me like they wanted people to treat them. It was nice having a doctor that truly understood. Absolutely, Joe. Absolutely. Jamie, do you have to tell the doctor you're getting off your meds to try cannabis? Um, because it said high blood pressure or grapefruit, or no, it wasn't high blood pressure. It was grapefruit, and it was blood thinner medications. So mm, I don't know. I would still try it because you're in so much pain. Say you just try it for one day, like right after your doctor's appointment, and then by the next time you go, oh, let's see. The problem, Melissa, says Joe, is that we get drug tested all the time, right? I asked doctor and it was a mess. I asked my doctor and it was a mess. They said months to come off drugs. Then if cannabis doesn't work, months to go back up on meds. It's like a catch-22. It really is. I tried an edible, didn't feel anything after 30 minutes. I ate some more and they had pizza. I was tripping. It wasn't my favorite experience, but I reminded myself that it was a learning experience. You have a lot of knowledge, Melissa. I like that. Exactly, Joe. Yeah, that really is a catch-22. And they're looking for opiates when they test you, when they drug test you. Um, Man, that stinks. Mm. I don't know how long that stuff is supposed to stay in your system. We'd have to do more research. So you could try it like right after your doctor's appointment, and before your next doctor's appointment, take one of those dollar store marijuana tests to make sure you're clean. They have those in our dollar stores. Have you guys seen them? They have pregnancy tests and marijuana drug test. I don't know. I think they check for everything. Okay. That really sucks for you guys too. Now, Joe, does the CBD show up in your drug tests? That's what we're talking, because we're not really talking about the THC. We're talking about the CBD. I'm sorry, it's so complicated for you, Joe. I had to quit working and my parents have taken me in. My dad was the one who pushed me to try cannabis to help with my pain. I'm very fortunate to have their support. Yes, Melissa. Yes. And I'm glad that you do, because it's great that you do have that support. CBD doesn't show up in drug tests because they test for THC. Okay. So, and that's why I was asking Joe. I know that she does use CBD sometimes, I think. I don't know, Joe. If you do, let me know. Because like I said to Jamie, like she could try it and then she could take that little test from the dollar store, see if it works. They're only $1.25, so you can buy a bunch of them and just, see. Yeah, and if they're testing for THC, CBD has 0.03%, less than that. So it's negligible. But I know when we first started CBD, a lot of people were worried they were going to test positive. And you know what? I'm going to get a couple of those tests. I'm like, why do they sell marijuana tests at that? I was figuring for people's teenage kids. I'm going to get that and see if it shows up when I use the CBD. I do it right after a doctor's appointment. I only do it for about 3 days. CBD in Tennessee is fine to have with opioids, but if they find THC at my clinic, you only get one time. Next time they dismiss you. Oh, that's good. That's good info, Joe. That's really good info. CBD in Tennessee is fine to have with opioids, but if they find THC, you only get one time. Next time they dismiss you. All right. That is really good information, Joe. Really good. Because if you do go to a pain clinic, anybody who's here, I would ask about that and see if I don't know if everyone's pain clinic has the same rule, Joe, but I'm curious now to see if everyone has the same rule. I think I'm going to try and do what I am doing and trying to get the pump put back in. I know, yeah. That's your goal, I think, right, Jamie? That's your goal is to get that pump put back in because that's the best. When it worked, that's the best you ever felt, I think. So, all right, let's go back to differences in cannabis. Where do CBD and THC come from? They come from the same species of plant, Cannabis sativa. But there are major differences between the two, between the THC and the CBD. Let me do this here. All right. I think I'm going to try and do what I'm doing. Okay. Remember when you could just say you had a poppy seed muffin or a bagel if it was positive on the test, or was that a myth? It was a myth, but I think people did it. Pennsylvania is so strict. I don't want to mess with anything. I know. Pennsylvania is very strict, very strict. But again, like Joe said, the CBD is okay, but if you test for THC, then they're going to give you a problem. So I'm going to get some of those tests the next time I go to the dollar store because now I'm curious. And if they're just testing for THC, and I use CBD every day, so I should see immediately if I'm going to show positive for THC. So I'll get a couple of them because you never know, like especially at the dollar store, if it's like a test at the doctor. So someone said you have to eat like 70 poppy seed bagels for it to show up. Well, you could always just tell them I had like 24 poppy seed bagels. I know we don't like to do that, but laughing made me cough. All right. Oh, let's go over. Let's do this real quick. I'm going to show you guys some more. There we are. I'm going to show you the capsules I get from Lazarus. This is the CBD soft gels. I got 200 milligrams in each capsule. You have to read the fine print. So this isn't 200 milligrams for the whole thing. It says 200 milligrams of CBD in each soft gel, 8,000 milligrams of CBD total. You say you're on a poppy seed cleanse. Everybody metabolizes THC differently. It looks like I got a week and then have to be off THC for 3 weeks. I had to take several marijuana tests, self-experiment to find this out. Did you get the ones from the dollar store, Joe? LOL, Melissa. Yeah. So, because those are the ones I'm going to check out and see what they say. Okay, so soft gels, 200 milligrams. Now, this is a very high dose. 200 milligrams. It's just a soft gel capsule. So what they've done is they've taken the oil and put it in the capsule. I guess it's not easy to see it. That didn't help at all, did it? There we go. It's a soft gel. Okay. Each one has 200 milligrams of CBD. I get my test from CVS back when I did. Okay. They have them too. So, and so what's in the soft gel is actually the tincture. This is called full spectrum cannabinoid tincture. This is 750 milligrams of CBG and wait, 700 milligrams CBG. Oh, and 750 milligrams of CBD. My son did a cleanse and bought a test before his job drug test. Maybe that's what they're there for then too. I thought it was for teenagers, people who have teenagers, but I can see that being like if you're yeah, I can see that being helpful for that. So this has CBG and CBD in it. I prefer the one that's just CBD, which is usually 7, 14, 1500 milligrams. So this is the oil or tincture people call it. It comes like this. Let me get up close and personal with y'all. So it's a dropper. And if you can see, the dropper has, yeah, you can see right there, it has markers on it. So you can find your dose. Okay. So 1 milligram, and it says suggested use. To find the amount of CBD blend that's right for you, start with 1 milliliter. Wait 2 hours and increase as needed. The dropper is marked every 0.25. Each milliliter contains 25 milligrams of CBG and 25 milligrams of CBD. So 1 milliliter is this much. Okay, up to the top. And then you can check the doses can be, you just do it yourself. You start from 1 milliliter and you go up. Everyone I know that does cannabis uses the test to see if it's still in their system, does it before a job screening. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Joe. I really did not. They say if you drink a shot of apple cider vinegar, it'll clean the THC because it says online that THC sticks to your fat cells and the apple cider vinegar cleanses your fat cells. Okay. So I have shown you the capsules. I have shown you the tincture. And I prefer the capsules and the balm. What is it called? The balm? Relief balm stick. It's a balm stick because they have balm in the tins. This is my preferred. I have these in case I run out of the other because that happens. Like I won't get paid till the 20th. So you can see that I'm kind of low on the pills. Not very many in there. Yeah. So I may end up having to use this. So when I do my next order, I will order another bottle of this to save for when that runs out. It's like an emergency thing for me. So, okie dokie. What do we got? 243. Let's check some more differences between CBD and THC. Where do CBD and THC come from? We said from the cannabis, but there's major difference between the two. Cannabis sativa is the name of the plant, the species. CBD usually comes from the hemp plant, which is also a type of cannabis. Hemp contains very little THC, usually less than 0.3. Cannabis plants with THC concentrations greater than 0.3% are considered marijuana. Page unresponsive. Wait. All right. Am I still showing up okay? Can you guys still see me? Can you still see me? Okay. I did a lot of research before his drug test. LOL. I guess I'm not exactly. You are mom of the year. He is grown. He is not a little kid under your protection that is doing this. He is a grown man. So you are a good mom. Okay, so let's go right here and see what we have. Okay. Cannabis, CBD usually comes from the hemp plant. It comes from the cannabis sativa. Hemp is just another name for that. So this, I guess to be considered hemp, it's less than 0.3%. I have never heard that THC concentrators than 0.3% are considered marijuana because it has, once it's over 0.3%, it's considered THC. There's THC in it. Come from the resin on the leaves and the buds of the female cannabis plant. It also comes from the flowering heads of the hemp plant. Synthetic. Wait, who? WebMD. This is WebMD. Synthetic cannabinoids. Now, this is something that you should not mess with. Synthetic weed. You do not want to be messing with this stuff. This stuff comes on intervention. Okay, let's hit it. Synthetic cannabinoids, also known as synthetic marijuana. That is not the same. That is totally different. Spice or K2 are manufacturers' chemicals that mimic the high of THC. This stuff was sold in gas stations, mostly gas stations and like party stores and things like that, right by the checkout. The psychoactive ingredients have different effects than THC and can cause serious reactions. You will withdraw. This is a drug that the synthetic marijuana, you will have withdrawal symptoms. Jamie, you are mom of the year. He's a grown. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Joe. So, why does it keep showing me this? So, synthetic marijuana is not legal in the United States. It is not natural. It does not come from the cannabis plant. It is made in a laboratory. And like synthetic opioids, like fentanyl, they're extremely strong and they don't work the same as the heroin. Fentanyl made chemically is much more addictive than heroin, which is super addictive anyway. But imagine a drug made in a lab that mimics that and is even more addictive than that. Yes. So the same thing with synthetic marijuana. You have regular cannabis and this synthetic cannabis, marijuana, whatever you want to call it, spice, K2. This was sold in gas stations and party stores and people got addicted. This stuff makes you hallucinate. I've seen the people on intervention. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that, but I'm very interested in addiction and how drugs affect people, how people are affected by drugs, how people deal with things like that. So I'm not a doctor and I'm not on any opioids or anything like that, which is not a problem, but I'm not on anything illegal, I should say. And so, what was my point? I'm not on anything illegal. So that stuff is no longer available. It shouldn't be available at smoke shops, at party stores, at liquor stores. It shouldn't be available anywhere, gas stations anymore, because they did ban that stuff. But when it first came out, it was not FDA approved, but it was sold in all these places. People started taking it, and a lot of people did become addicted. I used to be on fentanyl and it made my heart slow down. I had to stop it immediately. They do use it medically. It's still a medical drug, but it is synthetic. It is a synthetic opiate. And it's cheaper than heroin, I believe. I don't know, but that's just what I've seen on my intervention shows. And then I watched another show which talked about marijuana, cocaine, crack. One was about what's the other one? Cocaine, crack, heroin, and then meth. And they talked about how it got here, how it's made. I can't remember the name of the show, but it had a bunch of different episodes, and I enjoyed that. It was on Netflix, I can tell you that. But yeah, they still have medical uses for these things, but you can get it illegally and you can abuse it. But I'm sure Jamie was on it because it was prescribed. So I had to stop it immediately. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You were under hopefully a good doctor's care. So, but that is another opioid that it can be prescribed to you, but usually it's something that they give you when you're having surgery. It's like an anesthetic. It's very, very strong, fentanyl. Wasn't it called Painkillers? No, that was one show I watched, but there's another show. Painkillers was really good. And then there's another, it was like a season, and it was in the documentary area, and one episode was about meth, one episode was about cocaine, how it comes here, the things we do, how it's distributed, and then sometimes the effects it has on people and things like that. I can't remember the name of it, but it was on Netflix. It was more than one episode, but I don't think there were more than one season, but it was in the documentaries. Anything like that. I've always been interested in that. So, yeah. Well, I like crime shows too, so that could be why. So, yeah. But, yeah, that synthetic marijuana, that is not even in the same class. That is a hallucinogen. If you see somebody acting, and also huffing is also makes people hallucinate. And that is not only, well, that the synthetic marijuana is deadly, and so is huffing is deadly as well. When people take the cans of duster for your computer, or any kind of can, that aerosol can, and they inhale, what they're inhaling are those chemicals that make the aerosol can spray. The chemicals that are in there goes right to the brain. It can cause immediate death. It causes hallucinations, and it causes you have withdrawal symptoms from it and everything. I'm very fortunate that Jason's friend had a vape CBD store. He is so knowledgeable about CBD and or THC, what CBD and THC can do. He's the guy that also orders my beautiful hemp backpacks. Oh, well, that sounds like a good guy. And to have that knowledge, that's precious. A lot of people are confused and don't understand and assume it's just marijuana, and assume there's no medical benefits. But you really have to dig deep, because it's a lot of information. It can be confusing, because if you heard synthetic marijuana, what would you think? You think, well, it must be just made in a lab like regular weed, but it's not. It doesn't affect you the same. It is not. If you ever hear anybody talking about that, no worry, Melissa. Had to take the doggies out for a potty break. Ah, I bet your puppies are cute. I love puppies. I tried to get my sister to bring the puppies on the video today, but she is trying to work with them. She's having some troubles. Some puppy troubles. But yeah, so that is great that you have a source for that, because other people, they just don't know. Yeah. Oh, Joe, you make hemp backpacks. I think she buys them. But yeah, it can be confusing. Um, there's a lot of misinformation. That's what we're here to talk about. Oh no, Melissa, sorry that I get my backpacks from him. So he has them. Okay. Um, okay. Um, okay, where am I at now? Okay, we talked about the differences between THC and we just have we have like 7 minutes left. Let me go back to that article, and we'll see what else they say in there. I just want to make clear that synthetic marijuana is not the same. StreamYard Studio. For some reason, that page shut on me. All right. I don't know why it's having so much trouble. Something went wrong while displaying the web page. Huh. That's weird. All right. Do you guys want to see if your state, the CBD laws or marijuana laws in your state? We're going to present, share screen, and by state. This has a really nice little chart here. StreamYard. Okay. I'm late. I am away from home. Hi, beautiful. Hey, Wavy. No worries. No worries. Good to see you. We're talking about the differences between CBD and THC, and we're trying to clarify any questions you guys might have. Oh, congratulations on your win. Hello, hello, hello. Well, congratulations to you, Melissa. If you want me to look up your state, I can do that. If you guys aren't really interested in that, no worries. But I can look your state up in the I can look your state up in the article. Orange County, New York. So we can go to New York. Let's go to right here. So what I'm going to do is go down. State. And we're going to go to New York. They're in order. LM, New York. Fully legal. That means that in New York, and this is an article from June 2023, in New York, it is medical and it is recreational, both CBD and THC. No, CBD. Fully legal. I think fully legal means because Michigan is fully legal and we have medical marijuana, CBD, we have recreational marijuana and CBD. So it says New York is fully legal. So I believe that your state is like my state. And now in some counties, another thing that they do, even when it's legal, the dispensaries, why did I lose my train of thought? Oh, your county regulates the dispensaries in your county. If they don't want any dispensaries there, they don't have to have any. You just have to go to another county to go to the dispensaries. So that is another thing you'll encounter in different states as well. So it's legal in your state, but your county might be like, well, we're not going to have any of those recreational, those marijuana dispensaries. Hello. All the big words are getting to me, guys. So, yeah. So yours is fully legal, and mine, Michigan is listed as fully legal as well. And we have everything. We have recreational and see there, New York fully legal, and there's nothing over here on conditions. So if I go to Michigan, it's the same, and we have fully legal for THC and CBD. Mississippi, Michigan. There's Michigan right there, fully legal. See, and there's nothing in the conditions, so everything THC and CBD are legal where I live. Does anybody have any other questions about if it's legal in their state, or just any questions in general? I'm very detailed in my explanation, so maybe I answered your questions. I try to be clear. So hopefully that's, and we only have like a minute left. So, Wavy, thank you for coming in. We don't mind that you're late. No worries. No worries. Mm-hmm. And why does mine keep shutting off? And so that's all I have for you today. We're still going to continue this. Like I said, I won't be live for 2 weeks, and I'll post that not live due to the holiday or whatever for the next 2 Wednesdays. And then January 3rd, that's when I'll be back and we'll start our CBD conversation again. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I just love you all and hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Yes. And a wonderful day and holidays. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to everybody. No, but when I was looking at the Lazarus website, they have an affiliate program for influencers. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm not an influencer for them. Hint, hint, Melissa said. My sister said I should look into that, but I don't know. I like doing my Wellness Wednesdays. I really do. Um, but most other things I am not interested in. So we'll see. I do love Lazarus, so I can't speak higher to them or higher of them than I already do. But have a great holiday, everybody. Melissa, I'll think about it. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you all so much. I get just as much out of this as you guys do. This was very informative for me today, and you guys always bring me knowledge, always, and I appreciate that. Maybe they'll let you share some discount codes. Oh, well, that would be good. If you can't get into the affiliate program, if I could share a code with you guys. That would be good. I just wonder, is the code going to be because they have 20% off sales all the time. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll think about it, Melissa. I'll think about it. So you guys have great weeks coming up, great holidays. And thank you for coming to my live. And that's all I have for you today. So you guys have a great day today. And I will talk to you later in the next one. Bye-bye.